today? How are you today? I'm going to get into some Ghost Hunters Corp. I'm also going to explain, like I said, I'm going to do a walkthrough for Ghost Hunters Corp. It did have an update. For those of you that have Ghost Hunters Corp, there was an update, a very small update this morning. It was posted in the Discord as well from Ghost Hunters Corp's Discord into my Discord under the channel Ghost Hunters Corp. You're pretty well. That's great. Not much. You're just playing the new Hell Priest. Yes. I haven't touched DVD in a while. Fusa, I gotta do things. Kitty kitty. We're gonna add a game capture for Ghost Hunters Corp. All right. So if you are new to Ghost Hunters Corp, you're gonna have... Okay, Fusa, you gotta lay down, kitty. I can't have you up there. If you're new to Ghost Hunters Corp, you're going to have this section right here. It has some different languages you can utilize. Very easy to use keyboard and mouse. It's very simple keys to use. You would hit next. Definitely understand that there may be bugs in this game. It is in early access, but they are really good at helping you fix the issues at hand. If you're in their Discord, you can do a ticket. If not, bug@ghosthunterscorp.com. They are always updating this. They're always being aware of what's going on in their game. They're very, very helpful. Yeah, she's like, I do what I want. I'm Fusa. Diana, how are you? Hi, Trinket. Hi, how are you doing? I am great, Diana. I'm great. I'm actually fabulous. I'm having a good day today. Feeling good today. It's on Tubi. I'll have to see if it's on Tubi Canada. Tubi Canada and Tubi USA are completely different animals. What you guys have in the US, we don't have here in Canada. So my content is going to be different than yours, especially on YouTube. There's some censorship here, so there's certain things on YouTube I cannot watch because of the country that I am in my region. So I will have to figure that out. I'm glad you're good today, Trinket. I'm glad you're doing good. So here is the front of the game. The entities can be very aggressive in this game. There are jump scares, there's lots of tools, and it's very in-depth. Please do not get discouraged because there's so much to learn. It's very easy. You're definitely going to want the lights down low if you're not streaming. I highly recommend that. A really good headset. This game is super scary at night, around 11 o'clock at night with no one awake in a silent house. I have played this game by myself and it scared the shit out of me. Yeah, the Fusa channel. Yeah, I know, right, Bobby? Even here, sometimes I get the not available in your country BS. It sucks, Joy Toy. It blows. Getting out of the notepad and pen, taking notes. Perfect. Sorry, her fur is flying through the air. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Oh, that's good, Diana. I hope you had a good weekend. This here is where you can test your sound. If you've not played with a headset before on Steam, I would definitely suggest doing this. Also, your monitor brightness will also help with the game. And hopefully you guys will be able to see. Hopefully my webcam is small. Can you just lay the fuck down? She is laying down right on my Go XLR, which is my amp. So, yeah, I always forget you're out there. Yeah, you're... so this is the... Can you guys hear the game? You land in your lab. This is your lab. Everything is touchable, by the way. For the most part, the majority of the stuff in here is touchable. This here is the house from Amityville Horror. From Amityville, New York. What are you doing, kitten? We went camping. Oh, nice. How was that? Can you stop? She's hitting the mic. I do apologize. But here you can check things out. You can check out the different skulls, the dolls that you have here. I will tell you that there is some new ghosts coming in the future. One, from what we heard, is going to be a doll. So we may have an Annabelle in this game. The game does have a tutorial, but we're first going to start here. This is your available contract board. This is where you and your friends can pick contracts. They've got nice articles here. If you want, you can zoom in and actually read them. You have the tutorial. This is the early access spot where they're letting you know that the multiplayer co-op is early access. Fusa, what the hell? She's in front of my screen, like right there. Can you come here? Come on. I need to find a spot. I need to clear this off and make her a bed. All right. The tutorial section is great because it gives you everything you need to know. Now, I'm going to first tell you that the entity is very aggressive and will rip the door off and open doors in the house. In order to prevent the entity from opening up the door and murdering you or ripping it off the hinges, you're going to want to learn how to open and close a door and hold on to it. This room right here teaches you how to do that. So you'll hear the clicking noise as well. You open, okay? And then if you want to close it, you bring it in and you close it, and you have to hold it. You see how my fist is still holding the door? The entity will rip that bitch right off. And the entity will lock the door on you, close the door on you, and will open it up to kill you. This game is a lot more in-depth than Phasmophobia. In the RV, when you do Phasmophobia and you run to the RV, you're protected, right? Not in this game. This game will definitely get you. By the way, heads up, serial killer, Heavy just said my shocks are out for delivery. My shocks for my motorcycle are headed out for delivery, just a heads up. I know, silly Fusa, right? Silly Fusa. This is the tutorial area. This is going to teach you what tools you have and what they do. Your GHC updated twice today. Yes, Foss, there is an update. If you're wanting to play today, I will be playing today. Obviously. I'm doing a quick little tutorial walkthrough first. You've got your standard camera. This here will give you night vision as well. You'll be able to spot and identify hidden objects. You're also going to want to use this camera to take pictures of the cursed objects in the house or graveyard that you're working on, because you do get money for each picture. This is your Occult Meter, which is will sniff out any cursed objects. You will also get extra cash rewards for picking those items up and putting them in your RV. This will go well with your mail reader. This will sniff it out. It'll kind of give you a reading on what it is. So if you have a lot of stuff in the area and you're not sure what's cursed, put this thing down in a section of the area that doesn't have anything cursed and bring things over to it as you go. It'll tell you if it's cursed or not. This guy here, your instant camera, is definitely needed. One, it's also needed in an exorcism. Okay, so you may have to flash the ghost up close and personal to be a part of the exorcism. Two, this will flash any object that is hidden that you've picked up with your digital camera. This will also pick up and show, when you flash it, any hidden cursed items, wall writings, pentagrams, stuff like that, because there is a section where you're going to have to throw holy water on a pentagram. And then you have your MEL, your 8GO. This is going to be your OCC that is going to show you where wall writing will be, floor writing, cursed objects, orbs, pentagrams, all of that good stuff. It'll also give you the temperature scan for the entity. So, you know, when you see me play this game, I'm like, okay, was there a temperature scan? Not the ER.0 scan, which I'm going to show you. But this one here will only give you the OCC on top, and then the temperature on the bottom, whether it is a negative temperature, so temperature negative, or temperature 0. And I will show you guys that here, because we're going to go and check out some cursed items. So you're going to press E to pick it up in your hand, right button on your mouse. You're going to click it. And as you can see here, this is an empty space. There's nothing on the ground, right? You walk over to it and it says, oh, wow, right? 32.6, not a negative temperature. You'll also get surface writing. This will also give you surface writing. It'll go between 12 and 20, honestly, between 12 and 20 for surface writing, drawing, or hidden pentagrams. So you notice here, okay, there's nothing here, but my OCC reader is saying 32.3. So we're going to go over here. We're going to grab our camera and we're going to point it at the ground to where the OCC, the MEL, was saying that there's something there. You're going to take a picture of it. Obviously, it doesn't show it, But this picture is for extra money, right? Who doesn't want extra money? And then you're going to come over, you're going to put your camera down, and you're going to go grab your instant camera, and you're going to come over here, you're going to aim the camera. You see my little reticle there? And you're going to flash it. Boom. Now your pentacle is showing, and now you can cleanse it with holy water as one of the steps. We're going to walk around. We're going to show you what a cursed item looks like here. This one is visible. ReAnimateHer Roy is going to be doing Pinhead. Nice, that's awesome. This is a cursed object. You see how it says 8.7, 8. Anything over an 8 is going to be a cursed object. Anything between 12 and 16, usually 12 and 20, is going to be wall writing, pentagram. Anything 60 or higher, that's going to be a cursed object that's going to have to be neutralized with a neutrino gun, which I'm going to show you is the Ghostbusters Gun. As you can see here, there's nothing here, but it's saying, hey, bitch, there is an 8.7. So what we're going to do is, normally what I do in a game is I drop my Mel reader where I see the reading. I go and grab my camera. I make sure I have my instant camera on me. And to switch in between the two items in your hand, you can press the wheel, spin the wheel on your mouse. And you notice there's nothing there, right? Now there is. You're going to take a picture of it. You're going to take a picture of the other cursed item. Okay. You're going to then use your instant camera. You're going to flash it. There is your cursed item. You can, this one here is usually one, if it's over 60, you're going to have to neutralize it with the neutrino gun. You don't have to take it onto the RV. But if it's not a 60 and it's an 8.9 or whatever, you're going to pick this up. You're going to put it on your RV and you're going to take it back with you, because each thing that is cursed will give you money, right? So you've got that. Anytime you have wall writing or surface writing, you're going to take a picture of it with this camera. And it's worth money, right? Your Ghostopedia is here. So remember when I told you the temperature near entity? This guy right here, that 16.9 temp. If you're next to an entity and it says temperature 0, you're going to open up your Ghostopedia and you're going to go here, either temperature 0 or temperature negative. This is the tool that'll give it to you. My Labor Day weekend was great. I streamed on Twitch on Sunday with Coffee Chat of Horrors, and we did the movie 7 from 1995. And then on Monday, I streamed some Ghost Hunters Corp over on Twitch. Saturday, I met up with some friends, Monkey Van Meowerton and a serial killer. We had great food, great conversation. We spent most of the day with them. I had a good Labor Day. How about you? How about you, Brian? YouTube, get the man banned. No idea how seriously YouTube takes. Oh, yeah, trolley timeouts. Yes, it does. They're pretty serious with their timeouts and shit here. So these are all of your tools that you're going to come into the game with. If you're starting your first game and it's a simple, not an extreme, in the simple, whether it's a simple short or a simple long, the game will give you all of your tools except for a thermometer. And we're going to get to that in the next set of tools. When you come down here, you have this area, which I'm going to show you after. But this guy here, your aggression indicator, this is good on extreme levels. I don't really use it on simples, but this will tell you if the entity nearby, it will light up red. If it's actually on the hunt, it will light up yellow if the entity is just nearby it. This here is your flashlight. You can spawn one of these. The minute you get onto the RV and you start your game, you can spawn one from the computer. There is also one there for you if you want. This one is a medium range. Anything you spawn is always better than what the game generically gives you. This guy here is your entity analyzer. Sometimes the entity blocks the scanner. Other times it doesn't. So you're going to turn it on and you're going to hunt through the house for the scan of an entity. If the entity is not blocking the scan, you get a scan. It'll tell you here what the code is. You come into your Ghostopedia and you do your entity code. So we're gonna pretend, right? So let's say I got an entity scan of this and I've got a temperature of 0. You can turn it off and then drop it. This here is your thermometer. This is what's going to give you the ER.0 that you see in your secondary goals on the RV. You're going to point it at the entity. You're going to spam the right trigger button on your mouse until you get an ER0. Sometimes this will get you killed. Other times, if you're quick enough at it and you're running away from the entity at the same time, then you'll be okay. Once you get the ER, it'll say it there where the 17.1 is. It'll say ER.0. That'll automatically get scratched off from the RV. This guy here is your typical run-of-the-mill EMF reader. You right-click it to turn it on. All of the tools in here, if they turn on, you're going to right-click on your mouse. And this, you walk around, it'll tell you a 3, 4, or a 5 on the EMF reader. Sometimes when you are doing a simple ghost hunt, you may not get an EMF read. It may say 2, it may say 1. That means it's not part of the evidence for that hunt. It'll tell you 3, 4, or 5. Sometimes the entity is tricky and it'll show a 3, 4, but later on in the game, it'll be a 5 because it's angered. And so you're going to go here and you're going to put it either EMF level 5 or a 3, 4. Let's just say it's a 3, 4. Let's say we're doing a simple long. You need 3 to 5 pieces of evidence for that. So we've got that. My gamer tag for what? Xbox? My gamer tag for Xbox is ReAnimateHer, but my Steam ID, if you're looking for my Steam ID, is different. My Steam ID is pinned to the top of my stream here, but my friend code is right here for you. I don't have it up there, Serial. I've got to put it on there. How you doing, the Hunter? Okay, so this is your tools that you will be utilizing in the game. Again, the game gives you the basic of the tools. It does not drop a aggressor indicator, and it does not drop a top-of-the-line high-def camera. These are something that you'll have to spawn, that you will have to buy in the game. This guy here needs no explanation. This one here will read everything for you. Now, you can come into here. This is where you can test your stuff at, right? And you can see different things. EMF level 3, 4, temperature 0, scan code, ghost orb, so forth and so on. There is the ghost. So you can bring your tools in here to practice if you want. I say the best way to practice is get yourself into a game. Everything that you see here is also purchasable with your money from inside the game. No out-of-pocket money, so no real-life money. This here writing book. This writing book, you're going to ask the ghost to write in the book for you. That could be one of the evidence that you need. You have to have this in your hand. You have to. Sometimes you'll do it right off the bat. The ghost doesn't write anything. You're trying to figure out how to exorcise this bastard, and you have to go back to the book again later on in the game and ask the ghost again to write in the book. Then it writes in the book. It'll tell you book drawings, book writing. If it's surface, it'll say surface writing. So if it's something in the book, you're going to come here and you're going to go book. We're going to do book writing. Let's say you've seen the ghost and you have an idea that it is a shadow. The shadow actually looks like a shadow. There's 2 different types of shadows. There is a shadow that looks like a shadow, and then there's the fiery shadow. That's a scary bitch. You're welcome, Hunter. Then now let's say you have all of your stuff. You know what it is. You've got all of your evidence. You're going to click on this. It's going to submit it. It's going to tell you the steps that you have to do as the hunter to exorcise the shadow. This is if all of your evidence is correct, and this is if your choice is correct as well for the category. So you're going to have to either get the salt crystals and the shotgun, or just the salt crystals. You can use one or the other. Tiger's eye. Burn the incense, destroy the summoning pentagram with holy water, and then flash the entity with instant camera. Remember, I told you may need that instant camera, so one of your best bets is once you do your 1 or 2 games, you collect some money, get yourself an instant camera, because the one that we buy from inside the game has extra flashes. So I would recommend doing that. The game gives you 2 bottles of holy water. It gives you 1 stick of incense. It gives you 1 tiger's eye. Now, the tiger's eye can be thrown at the entity or put on the ground for the entity to cross it. It gives you 1 thing of salt as well. You can buy all of these consumables in the Ghostopedia before you start your game. So here in your tablet, you click on Ghost Market. You can buy everything you need. But if you start a hunt, you will not be able to buy anything until after the fact. This is your holy water. These are your crucifixes. Now, the crucifix is great against, it's not good against children or revenants, but the crucifix works very well against demons, shadows, and poltergeist. You can either hold the cross in your hand like this, or you can put it on the ground and stand next to it. The thing is the entity will burn through your crosses to kill you. So you got to constantly be mindful of the cross in your hand or on the ground. If it is burnt, it'll be a gray-black color. There will be no jewels on it. It'll just look like it's been burnt. Now, your Mary here is a holy statue, and it is great against children and revenants. It does have to be on the ground in order for it to work. If it is in your hands, it does not work. It has to be down on the ground. Now, the entity, child, or revenant can burn out your Mary statue, so be mindful of it. If you're hunting by yourself or even with your teammates, keep checking where your Mary is, all right? Because if it burns out, you're dead. Diana, have a great day. Thank you for hanging. Thank you for hanging. This is your tiger's eye, right? You're going to use it for your exorcism, your incense. You're going to use them for exorcism. You can buy these lights, right? They're also turn on and turn off. Also, the candles inside the game turn on and turn off. You just have to tap it. You'll see the hand light up, and you tap it. It'll turn on the light or light the candles. Awesome, Hunter. Awesome. I will accept it here. Let me just take a look at my... I don't see anything just yet come through on my Steam, if you're talking about Steam. Here is where you're going to see if your microphone is attached to the game. Now, when you get going, you're going to want to go into your options. Here is your keyboard, your mouse, your graphics. If you need to play with those, play with those. Your audio. You can either use mute or proximity chat. So if you unmute this, everybody in the game can hear you. I normally use Discord for my chat. I want to test out the in-game chat instead of Discord today. So I will be doing that. If you mute yourself in here, your ghost will still be able to hear you. The ghost is always listening. This is just for your co-op time. Your microphone, you're going to want to pick your microphone. Mine is a chat mic. It goes through my amp, which is a Helicon Go XLR. You can also activate and deactivate the automatic ghost talking. So let's say you don't want to talk to the ghost. Let's say people in your house are sleeping. You click this, it'll automatically talk to the ghost for you, okay? That is your settings. If you want to, okay, no worries, Hunter. Probably mustache. Anyways, if you want to start a game, you create a lobby, you take this code and you pop the code to your friends or tell people on your stream if you're streaming it. If you want to join a lobby, you grab the code that has been offered to you and you click it here and you go join lobby. The photos that you take throughout the game will post here so you can go back and check things out. I'm going to tell you that you're going to want to take pictures of the Dread Room. The Dread Room is a room where all the orbs are. Take a picture of that because that is worth money as well. This is your ghost. This is your spirit box. You turn it on and you ask the ghost, Spirit, can you open the door? I'm a friend. Ghost, can you come here? Spirit, give us a sign. As you can tell, you're able to ask it by ghost, by spirit, or just by talking. Like I said, the ghost is always listening. Now, you get 3 choices on the spirit box in your Ghostopedia. This here is Spirit Box EVP, where the spirit actually says something through the spirit box. You can definitely tell the difference between the radio. So this is when the voice actually comes through the spirit box. Spirit Box Radio, it literally sounds like they're spinning the channels or stations. You know how an old radio, you would kind of tune into a station, you get the squiggly noises and shit? That's what this would sound like. Sometimes there's people talking and it's going through it. It sounds like commercials. Then ghostly voice on site is very tricky. The ghostly voice on site, you may hear some ambient noises, some screeching, some weird shit. That is not a ghost voice on site. The ghost voice on site will be a laugh, will sound like almost like humpback whales. It's really weird. And you may hear something other than like maybe some singing. That will be your ghostly voice on site. You can run, by the way, by pressing shift. Your character does have limited stamina, so remember that when you're running from a ghost. You've got limited stamina. Hunter, I play COD Zombie. I play a lot of horror games. COD Zombie, Zombie Army 4, Friday the 13th, Infliction, Plants vs. Zombies, Back for Blood, Evil Dead when it comes out, Left 4 Dead 2. So anything in the horror genre, I play. This here is your salt shotgun. Like I said, just like in Supernatural, in order to load it, you have to have salt in one hand. And then you're gonna, hold on. I gotta flip this. No, it's not letting me flip it. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have the salt in one hand. You're gonna have the shotgun in the other. You're gonna have the shotgun showing. You're gonna press R. That will load the gun. And then you're gonna use it by right trigger on your mouse to shoot the entity. You can come back, you can grab some more, make sure the gun is showing, and then you can reload and shoot it again. The next thing you can do is the Ghostbusters gun. This is your neutrino gun. This is pretty friggin' awesome. If you use the one in the game, you only get X amount of charges. If you buy one from the game and you utilize it, it's even longer in charges. Right trigger. And you'll use this for two things. One, if the ghost or the entity needs it, you're going to utilize it on the ghost. Two, if you find a cursed object that needs to be neutralized, basically, if it's a level 60 or higher on your Mel, like I showed you earlier, if it's a level 60 or higher, you're going to usually have to use the neutrino gun to get rid of the cursed object. Zombie Army 4 is a great game, Deadwalk. I friggin' love it. Everything here is interactive. You can touch it. You can play with it. Right? When you die in this game, so you're playing with your friends and you die, you're not useless. Your game is still viable. You are able to exorcise ghosts as a ghost. You are able to help your teammates find cursed objects. When you're walking around as a ghost, your teammates may need a crucifix or a mirror. You can go and grab them. You can spawn things out of your inventory as well to grab them for your teammates. You can throw the salt, throw the tiger's eye. You'll be able to record things, move the camera around, all of that stuff. So you're not useless when you die. When you do die, or if your teammate dies, make sure your teammate grabs your character and puts you on the RV, just so you are able to obtain all of the goodies that the game gives you. If you die and you have a exorcism that works and you exorcise the ghost, nobody loses anything. But if you all die and you've pulled things out of your inventory and you